you know that almost 50% of marriages end in divorce? It's true. I unfortunately fell in the wrong 50% and am currently going through a divorce. Now, I know most of you are young and are not thinking of marriage yet, but I hope to convince some of you to seek premarital counseling before you walk down the aisle. People spend so much time preparing for their actual wedding day, but not their marriage. The average bride spends 120 hours preparing for what she expects to be the most important day of her life. According to an article in USA Today, couples that attend premarital counseling have a 31% lower chance of divorce. If the current divorce rate is 50% and you attend premarital counseling, then technically your chances of divorce drop down to about 19%. Today I would tell you some divorce facts, why most marriages fail, and the advantages of premarital counseling. First, let's talk about divorce. Here are some interesting facts on divorce from the U.S. Census Bureau. On average, first marriages that end in divorce last only about 8 years. The median time between divorce and remarrying is about 3.5 years, and most people do remarry. 82% of people reach 5 years of marriage. 65% reach 10 years. 52% reach 15 years. 20% reach 35 years of marriage, and only 5% of couples reach their 50 years of marriage. Now I would tell you some top reasons for divorce. According to divorcerate.org, 3 of the 5 top reasons people divorce are incompatibility, false expectations, and commitment and infidelity issues. When a couple married do not have the same interests, intellect, religion, or views, it can result in an unhappy home. This misunderstandings can lead to miserable relationships and eventually separation. When married couples have expectations of their partners that are not met, it can create discomfort. This normally revolves around financial expectations, but can involve personal ones as well. The absence of commitment occurs usually in young people. Lack of commitment can lead to infidelity. And infidelity is incredibly common and is estimated to occur in about 40% of relationships. Now I will tell you a little more about premarital counseling, but first I have a clip from www.twoofus.org.
Do we go to premarital preparation?
Marriage is a lot more complicated than driving a car. But most of us take some kind of coursework, we do some learning about how to drive a car. Marriage is even more complicated than having a baby. But most of us prepare childbirth classes. We spend time learning about the birth process, about how to go through it. And so I think what is important to do is to think about preparing for marriage in the same way. It's an important life skill, knowing how to be married. In fact, one of my favorite lines about marriage, former governor of my state of Minnesota, he and his wife had celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary. And he was asked about their secret of success, and he said, well, we're still getting accustomed to being married. So if you think about marriage as not only a lifelong love, but a lifelong learning, well, this is the time to really begin the learning seriously. There are lots of courses, there are programs through churches and other places in the community. And so I encourage you to begin the lifelong learning, and I wish that you are still learning, as Governor Anderson and his wife were at their 70th anniversary.
Premarital counseling is designed to improve your relationship and skills. It can provide couples with tools to have a happy, healthy, strong marriage, and can be useful at any stage of marriage. Earlier, I passed out a piece of paper that has some questions that are addressed in premarital counseling. Most premarital counseling programs can help couples learn to improve communication, to resolve conflicts productively, which is a key characteristic in couples that thrive in marriage, how to handle differences and expectations, how to deal with anger and emotions constructively, how to forgive and make healthy sacrifices for your relationship, how to work together as a team, and also how to strengthen your trust and commitment in your relationship. Now I will go over what we learned today. We went over some divorce facts, reasons for divorce, and what topics are covered in premarital counseling. Don't you want to make sure that that when you get married it lasts forever? The average time spent in premarital counseling is only 8 hours. Isn't it worth the time to build a strong foundation for your marriage and to lower your chance of divorce by 31%? I know if I get married again, I'm definitely going to invest the time to prepare for my marriage. Questions?
That wasn't the clip I wanted.
Turn me all up. Still good though. Shall I leave that up, the downloading? Still downloading?
That's fine, yep.